Here's what we're into today. An old Ford Aeromat.
Morning.
Good morning.
Wanted to say, hey, I'm Mom.
Hey, Mom.
I'm the one who wants this piece of junk out of my yard.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can get it started and get it moved for you.
I pray you can. I have had this eyesore here forever. I'm ready for it to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I told him myself is to get somebody out here, take it piece by piece, and sell it for a piece of iron.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to try to get her going.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you. Almost looks like a Sterling. I know that Sterling had bought Ford out. I think I'm right on. Hey, it's got Sterling trucks on that right there. This dog has really got me messed up. Every time I go to thinking of what I need to say, the dog comes running around. But anyway, he's just happy to see somebody. He's a friendly dog. But I guess you would call this a mobile home mover. You can see up there how the mirrors, they can expand the mirrors out to pulling. It has got the hydraulic lift on the back. And what our goal is today to see if we can get started and see if it'll move. Mama wants it gone. It's sitting right next to her house. And she's tired of looking at it. All right, Jacob, I guess the first thing to do is to check the oil. Let's see what it is to this thing. All right, it is a M11 Cummins. You could tell it's been around salt water. This is got some pretty good cab damage. Let's check the oil. Good gracious alive. That's right on the money there. Oil looks good. Little tad lower water. There's the little reservoir. Looks like they have taken this out probably to spray some ether in it to try to start it. Well, there's no fuel gauges. Oh, here's a stick. Almost like they knew we was. Oh, that's rotten. It's got enough in it to start. Well, they got this tank. I noticed the strap was off of it, but it's unhooked. Well, that's got some fuel in it also. $354,464 miles. Just really getting broke in good. They got the panel box down. I don't know if that fell down or if they've got it off. Let's see, it's got a 10-speed in it. M11 Cummins with a 10-speed. It's got a key, so we should be able to start it right up. I think this has probably got something to do with the trailer brakes on the house trailer axles. It's a 96 model. Manufactured this month of 96. So this thing is just turning, what, 18 years old today? or 28 years old. 28 years old today. Happy birthday. Happy birth month. All right, let's get some batteries and set in it and see. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we'll set that one. We will. The only thing I didn't see was a wire that made it hot on the. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh, that solenoid right there is hot. All right, spin it over. Woo, Lord have mercy. Hang on. Got a belt shredding. All right, that's all. Whew. Got the accelerator down. Our belt is coming apart. Things we're not getting any fuel to it, or either this little computer box is not switching on. Most of the time, they had a wire like maybe this. Yeah, I'm guessing that this right here has got to be is what's going to put some fire to the to the battery. So let's check on that. Is that a horn? Look at that. Oh, that might have just been the ether left in it.
Sir?
That could have been just the ether left in it. I don't know for sure. Oh, we're getting some smoke now, though. It's getting some smoke, though, Jacob. I'm a Harbor Freight guy, but I wouldn't recommend these Pittsburgh crescent wrenches to any of y'all. I know there's a cheaper brand and probably get you out of a bind, but go ahead and buy a little bit higher quality brand from Harbor Freight than the Pittsburgh if you want to do something handy, because these are these are worthless. Let's see if this will work. It wants to. There it goes. Yeah. Channel 4. Go to 19. That's where the truckers hang out. Right there. Well, we don't have any coming out. Don't look like it's bad. Well, that one's not okay. You can tell me why it has 2 fuses. I guess it's still going to the same computer. Maybe one's for the injector pump, maybe one's for something else. I don't know, but there's a wiggle. Oh, that come off. Yeah, it's got fire now though. Nothing in the cab, is it?
No, sir.
Just leave it switched on, that way I can tell when I hit the right thing. You know what? I think I know the problem. Let's see this. Got something now. All right. We're getting some wall spite of it, and we're getting a little smoke. Ask you to move, wiggle that hose, let me find out where it's going. This one right here, see it? I don't think I can get to it, but I see it. Oh. Dang. Spin it over. It had a little white smoke. It seemed like it possibly could have started or was coming out of that one. I'm really not sure if I had this hooked up right. I think I do. I would think that's the ground. But I went home last night and I tried to look online and figure out if I could find some tips, see some video footage about how this hooked up. I don't know where this plug-in went to. I looked yesterday for it. That would have made it easier. And that being black, I'm just assuming that was ground. So that's why I put it on the ground side. But I am going to try to make sure I know. Today I'm gonna make sure that I rule out fuel supply. I'm gonna make sure I got a good supply of fuel. I'm thinking that may be my problem. There was a little white smoke coming out of it yesterday with a few wasps. And then I had tried to do some finagling with that line, trying to make something happen, but it didn't work. I'm gonna hook it back up and see if I can't make this thing pop off. I see the hose running on top of the transmission now. I'm gonna follow that line. That's the main supply coming from, I guess, that tank over there. I'm gonna take my chances on that one being it. I'm gonna loosen that line right there and then go back over and tug on it and see if I got the right one. I put the pressure on it to try to break that loose, and that just pulled out of the tank. It's amazing what rust has done. Salt. It was the first line that I took off that broke loose. I've traced it back. I've got some slack in it. Now I've got to try to go get where they routed it through a hose holder. I got to try to break it under there or something where I can get that line on out. See, I got this line out a lot. I've tried to get that line, but I have no room to put a wrench on it. I just don't know about that design at all. But I'm gonna try one more time to break, to free up the line in the back. I can't see it, but I can get my hand on it, and I'm gonna try to put this bar in there and try to work it loose out of that holder. Everything else breaks easy on it, but that don't. That's probably the only place that's not rusted off. But I'm going to try and see if I can do that. If not, I can't quite pull it. It's got a connection right there. Whoops. It's got a splice right there, you can see, but I can't get it down far enough to put a wrench on it to take that off. All right, let me get under there or back there and try to get it. And that hose is somewhere in there, and I just can't reach it from here. I'm not even sure if you can see what I'm trying to do in there. I can't point to it and hold the camera, but it's those two fuel lines going through that holder. I just broke the mount loose on the bottom, and it's been a booger. But a swarm of honeybees, the camera probably can't pick them up. I've got this off, broke apart. I know I will have good fuel coming to it. I pumped on it on this thing. It's got this, but I couldn't tell a difference. But I did see online that if you switch it on and the check engine light or something comes on and maybe rotates around, it lets you know that the ECM is on. A little pressure. Oh boy. I just don't know. I don't think it's going to start. I sure don't. Of course, yesterday it shredded the belt. I just don't think it's switching on. Do not think it's switching on. To make another video of it moving because Mama wants it gone from here. It's going to be for sale. I think probably the engine's good, transmission, maybe the rear end. Under it's good. Single axle rear end. Don't know if they got any need for those or not. This trailer hitch on the back, up and down, side to side's probably worth some money. May not be. They might be a dime a dozen. I don't know. But the rest of the truck, in my opinion, it's just too far gone. He may could, you know, take the engine out and the transmission and put it in something else. But I believe the rest of this truck is just too far gone as far as the rust. Tanks. Just think about the tanks in the air tank. You can see right here on this air tank here how it's just got a hole in it. And I'm sure the other one's the same way. The top of the tanks are rusted out. That's, you know, corroded. But anyway, guys, if you're interested in it, just and hopefully we can get it sold for them. Hopefully somebody needs it, just what they want. That's a good looking front tire. I'm sure the engine's okay, but I'm going to be watching for your comments. Maybe somebody can help me on that. If I've done it wrong, just tell me like it is. It's okay. I'm used to it, but just tell me how I can do it. Thank y'all for watching, and remember, don't be wily.